Call of Duty the 7th Black Ops is finally out and people are hating on this game like a bunch of angry morons because this game is actually good, and I do have evidence to prove my claim. That evidence comes in the form of Metacritic. That's right, if the game was so bad, then why are the video game critics giving it positive scores? I mean, these very credible video game critics wouldn't lie about this game being good, right? Yeah, no, they definitely lied. Let's get serious for a moment. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is out and video game journalists are actually praising this game. For some reason, I think that video game journalism is at the lowest point it has ever been. But even for the expectations I have, this is pretty dreadful. This game definitely doesn't feel like a Call of Duty game. At times it feels like a sci-fi shooter that's more similar to the Borderlands franchise. Sometimes it just flat out feels like a Fortnite event, and all of the time it feels like an absolute pile of trash. If somebody told me that the developers of this game used ChatGPT to come up with new ideas for Call of Duty Black Ops 7, I wouldn't be surprised, because the amount of stupidity in this game is absurd. You know you have messed up if you make games for normies, and then those normies relentlessly mock you on social media. Well done, Treyarch, good job. I have no beef with normies. Normies are allowed to like whatever games they want. That is totally fine. But when you are a development company that makes games for normies and you mess up, that's when you need to look in the mirror and start asking serious questions. I've been yapping and mocking this game relentlessly, but what exactly is the problem with this game? Everything is the problem. The shooting is what you would expect from a Call of Duty game in 2025. It's the AI that is absolutely terrible, because holy crap, is the enemy AI bad? Absolutely. And then the game just casually throws a bunch of bullet sponge enemies at you every now and then, enemies that eat bullets like your mum eats cock. However, the story is an absolute cinematic disaster. The story is written like absolute trash, and the characters in this game makes it even worse because they all kind of suck. However, the worst part of this Call of Duty campaign is probably the mission and level design, which is where the developers absolutely lost their minds. You will be inhaling a bunch of weird gas in this campaign, and that's probably because the people that came up with this BS also inhaled a bunch of strange gases, because that is the only way I see how they thought this would be a good idea. I don't want to repeat what every other person on this planet said, but this is not a Call of Duty campaign. It's not at all. I don't know what they were thinking. And let's not forget that this is a Call of Duty campaign that is online, despite the fact that you can play it single player. You can't pause this game because it thinks it's Dark Souls or something. I do not know. Why can't you pause the game? The only mercy that this campaign grants onto you is the fact that you can complete it in 4 hours. So that's the only real positive I have for this campaign. It's very short. And when you combine all of these factors, I think it is no surprise that people are calling this the worst Call of Duty campaign ever made. And they are probably right in saying that it is the worst Call of Duty campaign ever made. This was an absolute waste of my time playing through this trash, and it's exactly why it's getting a no from me. Thank you, bye bye.